The Wild Bird Fund Center opened in 2012, and prior to that, there was no facility for wildlife in New York City. And before we got to open this actual space, I had 60 birds in my apartment. I'm Rita McMahon, and I'm the director of the Wild Bird Fund. The mission of the Wild Bird Fund is twofold. The first is to treat wildlife. Whatever bird is brought to our door, we try to make it whole again so it can go back to the wild. The second part of the mission is to educate New Yorkers about our wildlife. We can see anywhere from 3 to 60 birds in one day. It depends on the season. The main thing people see when they come here is reception, but that's also the exercise yard for a lot of the domestic birds. But then we also have the pigeon window and the turtle window and the dove window, and they are all up for adoption. To the right is the exam room, and we have a little lab, and then we have the waterfowl room. And the great thing in the waterfowl room is the waterfowl pool, which is 8 feet long and 3 feet deep. Those are juvenile Canada geese, and they all came in individually, one by one, but they have their own little flock. Downstairs is what we call the prep room, and that's where many of the pigeons are kept. And we also have the baby birds there, and we have a small operating room down there. We are building next door. We will hopefully have a new operating room. The process is, so someone finds us, they come here, give them a form to fill out. We want to know where the animal was found, because we might be able to put it back. Then the rehabber will look at the bird, examine it, even splint it, give it fluids, bandage its wounds, and then set it up for care. And then it's tended by the staff and volunteers for as long as it's needed. The next step then is making sure that the bird can go free. We have 2 hawks. One of the red tails is a female, and she has a nest, but we're afraid that she has rodenticide poisoning, that she ate a rat that was poisoned, and now she is poisoned. The swan will come out at a later point. She's not pretty. She got covered in oil, and the oil stained her feathers, but she'll do okay. She had lead poisoning. She's been treated for that. That's clear now. I'd never selected it as my purpose. Those kind of things kind of happen to people. And we became a not-for-profit, and we went online, and then it just exploded. We are run on a shoestring. We did 6,000 birds last year. That's a lot. And we really could use all the help we could get financially, and then you can also volunteer. Over half the work here is done by volunteers. If we don't tend to our injured wildlife, what does it say about us? We're inhumane. We don't value nature, conservation. If you've saved or rescued an animal, you've saved a life.